I mean, great thing is we were able to finish up in one day today, or one game today, and play some pretty clean softball across the board, which was exciting to see. We had a little bit of break after conference tournament and some limited practice, so to be able to get out here this weekend and, like I said, play some pretty clean softball across the board, it was good to see. And didn't play our best softball, but you got to play clean softball to win these games down the stretch, and that's what we were able to accomplish.
The next couple questions I have are for the fifth years that are here for this reason exactly. Now that you've graduated and here to play, talking about some big moments. We'll get to the sixth inning first. Both of you had really key hits at the end of that game. Overall, the offense was a little bit slower today against a really good pitcher in Madison Walter. What kind of adjustments were being made throughout the game to get to that point in the sixth inning where you were finally seeing the pitches you wanted?
There you go. I think just getting ready early in the count. We knew that she was probably going to start throwing some strikes pretty early on, and we want to attack that as soon as possible and not get too deep in the count or an 0-2 count. So trying to avoid those tricky situations as much as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Just we were getting more familiar with the strike zone. We were not, trying not to leave it up to him and just attacking early. I know that was my last mindset of that at bat, just trying to just get a hit early in the count and not leave it up to the umpire to make that iffy call or whatnot. So
when you went to the plate, what kind of going 0 for 2 to start the day, looking for a hit, what's the mindset going into that at bat and just trying to get the runner over?
Yeah, so going into that at bat, I just I literally told myself, now slow it down, just one pitch at a time. If it's there, attack it early. And that first pitch I swung and I really wanted it and missed it, but I was like, okay, one pitch at a time, get the next one, and that next one was right there, and I just had to hit it down. So yeah.
Coach, I had asked this question of you on Friday. I mean, these two fifth years that you have with you, bat 7th and 9th in your order, and they're two of the most productive bats that you have in the lineup. But on top of that, they're the middle of your infield. They're the leadership on your team. Just talk to me about the senior class that you have, and in specific, the two fifth years that stuck around an extra year.
Yeah, I mean, not enough words. The leadership that they've come in. It's always a unique situation. You got seniors that are here as seniors, and you have two that are coming back, and I think over that little bit of acclimation period when because they, both of them, they weren't here for a whole fall with us. So coming in and then being able to come in and join us for spring and that acclimation and trying to understand how all that's going to work and that leadership piece is going to work. But they've done, I think above and beyond that I could even have thought or imagined. So it's been nice.
How nice is it to know that you can pick just any name out of a hat and know, okay, I have a place for this person in the lineup, and everybody has a job. It's not like you have to worry about one person doing everything.
Yeah, that's a team doesn't win the amount of games that we've won this year without having depth, without having the talent that we have to utilize, not even just in game, but over the course of the season. So it's actually made it a little tricky because we aren't able to trust out everybody with NCAA. So I've got on any given game we have 5 that aren't dressed out, ones that I would love to go to in some situations or utilize. Even our pitching this weekend. I mean, Jamie did such a great job, and just basically showing shutout inning after shutout inning. And we have other pitchers who obviously would have loved to pitch this weekend, and that are very capable and have pitched some big innings for us this year. So, hoping to get them some time in this week and probably show what they can do this weekend coming up.
Speaking of this weekend coming up, Maddie, it's set up to be a crosstown rivalry against Virginia Wesleyan. You guys played them once already in the year, but regardless of where that game is, how nice is it to know that you're going to be close to home? Your fans are going to be able to come out to that game, whether it's here in Virginia Beach, and just to know that this is going to be a special moment.
I tell you, it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be very competitive. So this is going to be a week full of, hard practices and very productive practices to get ready for this weekend, because we know that they're going to give it their all, just like we are. But yeah, I'm very excited. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, I think staying in the state for this entire postseason run is pretty nice if we make it that far. So it's nice to be able to have my family in the stands, have some fans in the stands. Yeah, it's really good.
Coach, last one for you. It's a team that you're familiar with. Obviously, I know you still are going to go through and watch the video and do the scouting and get ready for it. But just kind of opening thoughts on the Super Regional next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, whoever we're going to get at this point was going to be really good. So that's why it's called Super Regionals. So you're getting down to the final 16 at that point. So it's Virginia Wesleyan's a really good team, and it's going to be a great atmosphere, no doubt about it. So it's going to be a loud, exciting, great softball for this area, and two competitive teams that are going to be going at it and laying it all on the line. So it's all you can ask for this time of year. That's what these kids play for, and we're just going to prepare the best we can and play our type of softball, and we've done pretty well with that this year.